The Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport, Mr. Olushade Adeshola, has urged Nigerian athletes participating in the 12th edition of the African Games coming up in Rabat, Morocco, from 16th to 30th of August to put in their best to make the country proud.
One of our missions in undertaking this visit is to inspire them, to encourage them, and to also assist them to appreciate the task before them. In the story I gave them, I made them to appreciate the fact that nothing that anyone can give you in this as a reward now that can equal what you stand to benefit from a successful outcome. That's why I encourage them to see their effort as someone that is building a cathedral for themselves and not somebody just earning a living or breaking stone. If you look at your participation as earning a living, it is very ephemeral. The result is little. But when you look at the long-term value of your endeavor, yes, it's more lasting.
He also speaks on Nigeria's contingent to the African Games.
The country has given them the platform to build. It has given them the training. It has given them the camping. It has given them the opportunity to wear the national color, to represent the country. And it's also taking them there. So the building work is largely theirs, not that of the country for them. However, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari has always been appreciative of the efforts of these individuals. And that's why when requests are made, in spite of the tight financial situation of the country, provisions have always been made to support this effort. At the end of the day, you will see that not all the countries can even come with contingent that they will have come with. Because it's not only Nigeria that is experiencing economic crunch, but we are going with an athlete population of 366, coaches of 58, primary officials of 114. If you add these three together, it is not a small contingent. So we are going there. We want to really showcase our capability.
Adeshola also emphasized other benefits of taking part in the African sports competition.
But on the other side of it, when you are participating in sports, it's not just for winning too. It is also to build friendship, to establish relationship. I believe through this, our participation, Nigeria will also be able to achieve some diplomatic mileages that will promote the image of Nigeria in the continent.
The Permanent Secretary also addressed the issue of international exposure for Nigerian athletes before the big competitions.
The exposure is there for most of the federations, not just for badminton and table tennis. You see, in 2015, when Barrister Solomon Seka Abdallah came in, he met a situation on ground where his successors in office have always appointed presidents and members of the board of federations. So this situation had resulted to a patronage system of board. But when he came, he said, no, let us change to a committee system of board appointment. Let all the boards be by election. Democratically elected. People came to contest. With what outcome? The athletes, the members of those that are really interested in that sport, they know who will really promote their interest. So at the end of the day, many who had been there for years, who were only waiting for government allowances, for funding from government, fell by the wayside.
He called on the sports associations to reach out for capable leaders with the 2020 Tokyo Olympics fast approaching.
A lot of this effort and to give visibility to this federation rests on the board of the federation. The Olympic will soon be here. It will soon be another time to elect members to the governing board of the federation. My advice to the federation is they should elect persons that will represent them well and fairly.